We're taking you back to basics since it is January, and so many of us are sort of starting new projects, whether it's in the kitchen or in the living room. We want to show you how to make a cushion. It's fairly simple.
Very simple.
We'll show you the basic one, and then maybe one for if you're novice, advanced,
yes.
a little upgrade.
And on Christmas Eve, I had a little time, so I whipped up one more batch of cookies and 4 cushions.
Really?
Because this is that simple.
Because it's that simple, or because you're Mary Dobson? A batch of cookies and 4 cushions.
Yeah.
What's cool about these projects, though, is you can use leftover material.
Doesn't need a whole lot of fabric.
No,
not a whole lot, and you don't need any special tools. If you have a basic straight sewing machine, really that's all you need. If we go to the upgraded version, then it's more skill.
Okay.
But really what you want to do is think about it's not like home ec with like putting a sleeve in. It's not like that at all. Home sewing is usually just squares and rectangles. So the first thing you want to do is measure accurately. And what I do is I always add 1-inch seam allowance. It keeps the math really simple. Okay. So my little cushion from side to side is 12 inches, and it's going to be square 12 by 12. So that means that I need to cut 2 squares of fabric 14 by 14. So that's very, very simple. Yeah. Again, it's good to have good scissors, those kinds of things, because the kitchen cutter's in a pinch, but it doesn't work that well. So you're going to cut 2 squares, 14 by 14. We're going to put them right sides together. Again, you have a flat surface to work, so that's important. And what I'm going to do is pin this together, and I'm going to take it to the sewing machine, and I'm going to start just about 1.5 inches, 2 inches from one corner. So if I hold this up, there we go. Okay. So I've got a gap in what will be my bottom, but I'm going to come over, and the idea is that I come to the corner and I stop. My needle is down in the machine. I turn the fabric and I go all the way down to the next corner. My needle is down, I turn, and I keep going, and I stop again 2 inches past the corner on that opposite bottom corner.
Because you need somewhere to stuff it. So
I'm going to stuff it, exactly. So my fabric is very dimensionally unstable, shall we say. This is actually a shower curtain I chopped up.
Oh,
you don't even need good I chopped up a shower curtain.
That's awesome.
I know, but I wanted this mod look.
Yeah,
so what we're going to do,
I like the material.
We're going to overcast it, and actually what we're going to do as well is reduce the bulk in the corner. So be careful you don't cut through your stitching. Yeah. But I'm going to take a triangle off each corner, and then when I flip it right side out, you know what I'm going to do.
You're going to have your nice corners, you're going to stuff it.
And iron.
Of course you're going to iron it.
I'm going to iron it.
Yes, first we're going to iron it.
I'm going to give it a little press.
Yeah.
But then all I have to do is insert my pillow form, and I've got my cushion. Now, to sew up the bottom, I cheated because it was Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And I took my pillow back to my sewing machine, and I used my zigzag stitch all along the bottom edge to close it up.
Yeah, hold that up there so we can see it.
Now, typically I would do it by hand, but again, I wanted it to be fast, and it's going to work. So that's my simple cushion. So that's because I wanted to do it fast, and if you're a beginner, it's a great place to start.
You didn't lie, that is fairly easy.
It is, seriously.
You just need the machine. Okay, now let's get fancy.
Now, to upgrade, one thing we're going to do is put a zipper in.
Ooh.
Because one of the nice things about being able to update your decor is to not have to struggle with storage. So I like to do cushion covers in many different fabrics. I only have to have one set of cushions, and it's easier just to whip off the cover and store it, put a new one on, rather than trying to store a whole bunch of pillows.
Yeah, that's smart.
This also has piping in it, which is a little more it's a lot more complicated. But again, it gives it that little bit more of a high-end look.
Right.
Final lesson, buy a good filler. You can buy cheap cushions that have feather pillow forms. If you can't find pillow forms around, steal the insides out of them. Okay. This is a polyester one. I can do this all day.
It will never,
it just keeps bouncing back. Okay. A feather cushion form, suddenly it's worth a lot more money.
Got it. All right, good projects there.
You make it look good.
As always, you will find instructions on our website, that's cityline.ca, and you can follow along at home and make your own questions. And as always, send them to us via Twitter or email, because we love seeing what you copy from Mary. They love your project, so I think that's great.